Hey Devil's Lake, Rachel here with the Chamber of Commerce, and this afternoon I am out at Fish Camp on Rush Valley Drive with Rush Valley Guide Service owner Ross Sensiba. Ross, how are you tonight?
Great.
Good. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. I know it's the hot season for guiding, so it means a lot that you've taken some time to hang out with me tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. So to get us started, why don't you tell me a little bit about the history of Rush Valley Guide Service? When did you start the business, and what kind of prompted you to start your business?
Well, Rush Valley Guide Service has been in business for 25 years. What prompted me was I was a guide growing up. Once I became old enough, a big game guide and a fishing guide out in Montana, and I've always had the passion. I guess the thing I enjoy most about guiding is meeting the people and sharing our lives and stories and getting to know other people.
Yeah.
As well as enjoying the outdoors.
Absolutely. Two passions put into one. What more can you ask for, right?
Yep.
I know before we started this video, we were talking a little bit about your relationships with customers and clients that you've worked with, and you've got some people who have come back 18 years in a row.
That's correct. And I've actually had some lodging customers, probably a little bit longer, but yeah, it's great to build that relationship with the people and continuing to get them coming back and enjoying our area and the activities in which we have here. And it's always good seeing those people again every year.
Yeah.
And watching some of the members of the family grow.
Absolutely.
Yep.
They kind of become a part
as
of
well as our
business.
fishing experiences too.
Yeah.
It's great.
Awesome. So I'd like to talk a little bit about your lodging. How does that work with your guide service? Do you have to book a guide service with you and you have the lodging with that? Do you just offer the lodge by itself? Talk about that.
We offer both. If you're familiar with the area or come to the area either for weddings, anniversaries, anything, we offer the lodging for that also besides our guided lodging packages also.
Okay. Yeah, talk to me a little bit about your package deals that you offer.
Right. We have 4 nights, 3 days, 3 nights, 2 days, or just a single day with or without lodging available. And our packages include transportation to and from the lake if you're lodging with us, or we will meet you at a designated area in town or wherever you may be lodging if it's in our route to the lake. We do provide fish cleaning. One of the recommendations, we do not provide lunch. You bring your own lunch and beverages.
Okay. Can I ask how many do you bring with you in one guide, or a minimum and a maximum?
Right. Well, minimum is 1
Obviously
and
one,
maximum
yeah.
is 3.
Okay.
4 is a little crowded,
Okay.
so if there's a group of 4, we encourage you to possibly pick up another person. We can get another boat or a snow bear for the individuals.
Okay.
And the reason for that, in the summer with the boats, don't care to really overload the boats with our high winds here, and for being comfortable, and same way with the snow bear, not to overload it to where everyone has a chance to sit comfortably and fish, as well as me share history of the lake, techniques and methods and presentations about what we're doing at that time.
So as we're talking about kind of the layout of the day, you start here, you take your people out, or you meet them at a destination. Are we sun up to sundown? How many hours are your guides?
We typically fish 7 to 8 hours.
Okay.
That allows us time to get our fish cleaned and get back and relax without it becoming too long of a day. So we're well rested for the next day.
There you go. Perfect. Now, Ross, what is something that you feel makes Rush Valley Guide Service a unique business or a unique guide service here at Devil's Lake?
Well, one, I think it's our accommodations. And the other part of it is me being a sole proprietor guide, it allows me to have more time for a one-on-one basis with the clients. As far there's a lot of questions. The history of Devil's Lake alone is conversation for hours.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and so is same with the part is the fishing aspect of it, especially when it comes to yellow perch. Yellow perch, they don't bite until they decide. And you gotta learn the patience, a lot of little sneaky little tricks that you pick up through the years as far as involving your presentation. Patience is something that sometimes, where should I stay or should I go? But it's nice to sit in the snow bear and a one-on-one conversation with the people, explaining different methods and discussing what the fish are actually doing at that time.
Yep.
And with the fronts coming through and different, and just keeping everybody involved on what we're actually doing at that time and how the fish are reacting to the weather and our presentation.
Yeah, so it's not just an experience, but it's an educational experience
Well, sure,
too.
yeah. And that's another thing I enjoy about guiding, is sharing my experiences with the people. That, because we get a lot of inexperienced people that now with the COVID, there's a lot of people that are taking up our sport, our outdoor activities. And so the learning curve is large. And it's great to share all that with them and see them develop in a 3-day trip on what they've accomplished at the end of their 3rd day.
Yeah, very, very cool. And while you're out, say in those 7 or 8 hours, are you fishing one species or are you changing throughout the day?
Well, we do target one, but that's the nice thing about Devil's Lake, you never know what you're gonna catch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the depth sometimes doesn't really matter. You can get some walleyes out 32 feet of water. In fact, today we had a couple really nice walleyes mixed in with the perch and the white bass. But more open water, we tend to target more the species a little more individually, as far as target the white bass over trying to catch them than the northerns. And like northerns, you don't really have to target them. You just pick up and go down the shoreline to get away from them. Yeah. And in the winter snow bears, I typically like to target the walleyes in the morning and then move out to the perch spots because we're only out there for an 8-hour day. Unless we've made previous arrangements to stay till dark past our 8 hours, we'll do that also too.
Okay.
Yep. We really like suiting the needs and the demands of our customers.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Great. And how would somebody go about getting a booking with you?
Well, I have a website, Rush Valley Guide Service and Lodging, or through the chamber, through the North Dakota Guide Service and the lodging.
Yep.
Yes. Or they can just call me at area code 701-740-3868 and ask for Ross.
Perfect. Awesome. And Ross, is there anything else that you would like to share with people who are watching today about your guide service?
Yeah, well, I guess one of the things is my guide service that I like to express is in a lot of my conversation with my customers discussing the fishery and everything and conservation. Our North Dakota Game and Fish and our biologists can do so much for the lake, but it's us as the fishermen that is really responsible for the outcome of the life of our lake.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I like that you're very educational and sharing that with people who come and service
Right,
with you.
and the other thing is, since COVID, we're getting a lot of younger guys coming with grandpa and dad, and we're teaching them about tip-up fishing and everything, and to keep that interest, conservation is something that I always remind them of, because we're not that hungry when we go fishing. We do not need our limit every time. It is nice, but we have to have conservation in mind at all times.
Absolutely. Great. Well, Ross, if there's anything else, feel free to share. Otherwise, we will certainly...
Yeah, well, I'd like to thank you guys for the opportunity for this.
Yes, absolutely.
And, yeah.
Thank you very much for taking the time again out of your day.
Yep.
I know you're a busy guy, so thank you very much.
Yep.
And we are very lucky to have your business here in Devil's Lake, and we very much appreciate you. So,
Well, thank you.
yes, thank you, Ross.